This Facebook Live video for Modern Languages, where we're going to be talking about the visit days. They're a great experience to get a taster of what it's like to study with us. I'm Katie Green. I organise the visit days for Modern Languages.
I'm Lani. I'm a first year in French and Spanish.
Hello, I'm Dr. Marjorie Gerhardt. I'm a lecturer in French history and I'm also the admissions tutor, and I'll be there for all of the visit days.
So, in case you don't know, visit days are just for people who have received an offer, an undergraduate offer, to study with us next academic year. And we hope that we'll be able to answer some of your questions in this video today. So if I can start off and just ask you, what actually is a visit day for people who don't know?
Well, it's a bit more focused than an open day. It's very subject specific, so you go along to sessions that tell you specifically about what you might find in your degree if you start studying here. You get to meet your tutors and possibly people, your classmates, people you're going to be studying with. So yeah,
because you came to one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I came to one and I found it really helpful, because although the open days are really helpful to find out generally about the uni, you obviously have loads of questions about what it's going to be like to actually study here, because you would have gone to quite a few open days and they might all start to mould into one, you know. So I think the visit day for me was definitely about seeing how exactly what the environment's going to be like, which faces am I going to see if I come here in September, and just get the general how everyone's feeling about it, so from other students as well. And yeah.
So could you explain how they're different from an open day? If someone's come to an open day and thinking, why do I want to come again?
Yeah, well, I think as Lani was saying, it's a lot more bespoke, so it's more specific to the course and the programme that you're going to study, because by that point you've been made an offer for a specific programme already. So you get to meet your tutors, as you were saying, you get to meet potential future classmates, and we also have a tailored programme. We have a taster session, and it's really exciting for us as well, because we get to teach sessions that students who come to us the year after are actually going to sit in fairly similar ones, not the same ones obviously, but just to really give them an idea. And I think it's helpful, because then offer holders can think, well, can I see myself spending 3 or 4 years of my life with these people in that environment? And it's just really helpful in that sense.
You actually remember some of the academics on your day?
I do, yeah. I actually thought, well, because I sort of kept in mind when coming to the visit day, I was like, okay, well, I've been told that this is how my lectures are going to be, and I'm told these are the people that are going to be teaching me, but I'm not going to hold it to that just in case there's changes in the department, because I mean that happens. But I was actually nicely surprised when I came here, and all the staff were exactly the ones I'd seen, and some of the people I met on the applicant day were here. So yeah, it gives you a really good insight. And like the taster sessions, they don't just pick out the things they think they're going to draw people in. It's honestly about it shows you exactly what a lectures or a seminar is going to be like, the kind of structure, your expected participation, and then you realise, oh, no, this is for me. Yeah, so...
And it must have given you a boost on your first day here, thinking, I know you.
Yeah, absolutely. It really sets you up. It's an honest showing of what it's going to be like. And I think even, most people walk away from the visit day and say, I really hope I get in now, and but I mean, if you're not sure whether uni is for you, and you've applied and you've made those UCAS applications and you've been offered places and you're still not sure, I'd say the visit day is definitely the thing to help you make your decision. So I would really recommend going to one. Absolutely, yeah.
For Modern Languages on our visit days, we have one-to-one sessions where you get to talk to a tutor who will teach you in your subject when you get here. Could you explain, Marjorie, what they are, why you shouldn't be scared of them?
Yes, absolutely. So I want to explain first that they are not an interview, because by the time you come to an offer holder visit day, you have been made an offer, so you're not going to withdraw our offer. So they're not an interview, but we think that it's really important that applicants get a chance to talk to tutors individually, and that we get to know them a little bit better as well. So I really love meeting prospective applicants. We usually read the UCAS statements, and then we can talk about any experiences if someone's spent time abroad abroad, for instance, or if they've read a novel that they've really liked, or just in general what their interest is. And then we can tell them a little bit more as well about what we teach and how we teach. And I find sometimes it can be a bit intimidating on an open day, especially when you have so many staff and visitors, and you're thinking, oh, I have this burning question, but I don't know if I can ask it. Whereas if you have this time to relax and talk to someone on a one-to-one basis, I think it's a lot more conducive to asking questions
in front of a big audience.
Absolutely.
It's not like that at all.
Relaxed, I think, is the key.
It's very relaxed.
Do you know Raul?
Yes, he's my teacher for advanced Spanish language.
Well, he's great. On his one-to-ones, he offers to make you a cup of coffee. But that's what he's like if you go for a meeting with him.
Absolutely. When I had my meeting in my visit day, I remember it really clearly. Obviously, I was a bit nervous at first because I didn't really know about the perspective of like what the interview was for. So I was like, they were like, okay, so here's your time slot, here's your name sticker, in you go. And I was like, what? and then I got in there, and it was just like an informal conversation about like why you wanted to do the course, because at the end of the day the staff really do care, because you know this the lecturers are sharing a passion and they're giving on their knowledge and they're inspiring people to do what they do, so of course they want to hear about what you're interested in and like why you want to do the course. So they're interested in you, and that was the first moment I knew, it was like, no, this really is for me. It's not to impress anyone else. I'm here for like my studies and what I want to do, and it's like the first feeling of independence and like flexibility, which is really nice.
So lovely. If I can ask for people who are considering coming, what questions either of you think would be great ones to ask if you were coming on a visit day?
I think one of them is probably, depending on what your interests are, like if you're really into, I don't know, Austrian history, for instance, if you have quite a specific interest, it's really worth asking. For instance, in the one-to-one sessions, what do you offer in terms of this and that? Because if you're passionate about, I don't know, French literature, but the university that you're thinking of going to might be specialising in something slightly different, then you want to find out sooner rather than later. So it could be a way of, and I think that's where the one-to-ones come in are really helpful, because we can say, well, you're interested in that. This is what we have to offer. Do you think we're a good fit? Do you think you can be happy here?
What about you?
No, I think like the only comment I really have on that is I think just ask whatever question that comes into your head, because a lot of people think, oh, I'm at uni now and now I have to ask really sensible questions. And it's not like that at all. If you want to know a question, you need to ask it, because at the end of the day, you're the one in the end that's paying for the course. You're the one in the end that's going to spend all those hours going to lectures and studying. So ask whatever you want.
Even if it's not academic, our students will be there on the day who have been in your shoes. So if it's, what's the clubs like in, or like you might be embarrassed to ask that in front of an academic, but just ask the student.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, everyone knows you're here for that. It's not shameful. And, and a question you might think that's only a stupid worry that you've been had. A lot of people think about those before. Things. If you're thinking about it, it's been thought about before. So I just say go for it, because they're not going to go, oh, that's a bit weird. Why are you asking that? They're going to be more than happy to answer your questions. So I just ask whatever you want.
Next week, I'm actually going to be back on here for you, and we'll be talking about employability. But I think that would be a great question to ask on a visit day. Ask about our professional track scheme. Ask what kind of careers our alumni go into, because that's really important. You'll be here for 4 years, but you want to know what's in it for you at the end of it.
The careers, the careers subjects are really good. I'm just going to say, because I didn't, for me, it was just about, right, take one step at a time. But when I came here and I saw the courses that were being offered, wow, like the professional track is really good to do. They offer loads of like interesting courses, because for example, I was considering TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language, and I was thinking about it and I was like, well, but how can I get the work experience? How can I think about if I want to do this or not? And then a course came up. So now I'm currently doing a course, an introduction to TEFL course. And so I think the careers perspectives here are really good as well, and they do anything they can to help you sort of decide. And I know first year is a bit early, but you still might want to think about what you might want to do and what you're interested in. So
So I hope that's answered some of your questions. In terms of booking onto a visit day, after you receive an offer, you'll then be sent an email about a week afterwards telling you how to book onto a visit day. If you have any questions about it or troubles booking on, we'll leave our email address just below for you, so contact us on there. Marjorie and myself monitor that email account, so it's real humans behind it. And if you can't make a visit day, if you log on and you can't make the dates, which are the 10th of February, 17th of February, the 3rd of March and the 17th of March. If you can't make any of those, let us know again on that email address and we can arrange something for you, whether that's coming in on a Wednesday afternoon or a phone call or a Skype interview. So I hope that's answered any questions and we hope to see you again soon.
Bye.